This is BTV.
Well, I'm sure you've heard the saying, there's gold in them there hills. And we've even mentioned this before on BTV. But you might not know that these words were first uttered in the state of Georgia to discourage miners from leaving home for the great California gold rush. Well, there may not have been a lot of gold in them there Georgian hills, but it's a different story down in Guyana. That's where Vancouver-based Stronghold Metals has its flagship project.
Stronghold has a property in Guyana called Eagle Mountain, which is a property that was originally owned by IAMGOLD, who owned the Omai mine in Guyana, a very successful gold operation. And we were able to acquire that property, and we've been working that property, developing the resource, increasing the size of the resource. And we have an active drilling program there, and we believe that that Eagle Mountain property will yield a mine. And so we have focused our attention there. The cost of building a mine there will be relatively low compared to others. And we think that we've really just touched the tip of the iceberg in terms of the resource that's on the site.
Jeff Hampson's confidence is shared by Stronghold President and CEO Yanis Sitos.
We know that Eagle Mountain project is a very good asset. We know it has 750,000 ounces at 1.27 grams per ton, average grade at the moment. And the target for Stronghold Metals is to take this resource and move it to about 1.3 to 1.5 million ounces, because we see it is open in three directions, it is open in depth, and there are a lot of areas that we drill currently that produce the results to make us feel comfortable that we will deliver towards this task.
The project is 2.5 kilometers long by 1 kilometer wide, with the resource not in vein formation, but instead resting only about 100 meters below the surface, allowing for a bulk mining operation. From the capital, Georgetown, Eagle Mountain is a 200-kilometer journey southwest into the heart of central Guyana. Even so, it's less than an hour by air, and then another 3 kilometers to the property. Originally working here with IAMGOLD, Stronghold's exploration and country manager, geologist Ann Castleman, has over 5 years' experience in the area. Her thorough understanding of its geology has been enhanced by the audits, or tunnels, left behind by British Anaconda Mining in the late 1940s.
Having been able to come into the audit has given us key structural information so that we can extrapolate and help to interpret the various drill holes in the area. This is the Zion number 1 adit. This was initially done in 1947-48. The significance here is the fact that through the tropical weathering process, the silicified material produces boulders, and the boulders often contain quartz veining and visible gold. That's how this was initially found.
Ann Castleman is well aware that Eagle Mountain is not exactly typical.
This is a very unique deposit. Normally we would be looking for quartz veining in volcanics or something along those lines. Having the gold hosted in a granitoid is somewhat unusual, and it's very unique to have the gold associated with the fracture zones and the myelinites. It's been difficult sometimes because you have people come onto the property and they want to say, what kind of deposit is this? And it's because they can't open the textbook and say it's a Hemlo or it's a Buckins. They're uncomfortable with it. But for us, gold's where you find it, and we're able to, through our work, just develop our own ideas and go with it.
Go with it at Eagle Mountain has meant drilling 24/7. Samples are prepared and cataloged on site, then shipped to an independent lab for metallurgical analysis. Stronghold is encouraged by the results.
We have recently announced some very good results out of our current drilling in Guyana. We have announced results from about 30 holes up to the moment in the last 1.5 months, and all 30 holes have intersected gold. So this is rare. That's something that has surprised even our own management and operating team. If you drill 30 holes and you get positive results from all 30 holes, this is almost unique in this business. So we feel very positive about this quality, and hopefully with the time we will move this project towards the pre-feasibility stage.
With 25,000 meters of compliant drilling from its predecessors and the additional 15,000 meters Stronghold is undertaking, the company is also developing a longer view of Eagle Mountain.
The goal of the project, and therefore the goal of the company at this stage, is to identify at least 1.5 million mineable ounces. We know that we are in a good path towards the delivery of this outcome, and we want to become an independent mid-size operator at about 100,000 ounces a year over at least a minimum of 10 years.
I think there's a lot of companies on the market today that have a good property, but what is unique about Stronghold is that we have a proven resource. We have a very strong team with a proven record of bringing resources into production, and it's open on the resource is open on 3 sides, so there's enormous amount of potential for growth in the size of the resource. So what differentiates us from the other guys that are on the market today is that we have something that is moving towards production.
We know what we have, we know what we want, and we want to deliver this product as quickly as possible.
Stronghold recently expanded its commitment when it signed a definitive option agreement for the prospecting and mining permits right adjacent to Eagle Mountain. You can find Stronghold online at strongholdmetals.com and the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol ZED.